still setting it up, it says. All right. So, yay, I love this. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Angela. And as one of the Living Well Now leadership leaders, I'm just super blessed to get a chance to come live on our Living Well Now page and kind of check in with some of our members and our leaders about why they love their products, why they're doing this as a business. Specifically tonight and in the month of March, we're talking about how important it is to subscribe to our monthly rewards program. And so I invited my sweet friend Tamara on tonight, Tamara Renier. Oh, I did it right. Did I get it right? I always try really hard with Tamara's name. And what I'm super excited about is that I met Tamara just probably over a year, just a little bit over a year ago. And I right away fell in love with her spirit, just her positive attitude, always a smile, such a good concerned mama of two. She's going to talk a little bit about her kids tonight. But one of the things I love most about her is that she's a teacher by trade. And so she comes with that teacher heart, that just that really committed attitude to do better for her family and for her friends. And she's constantly teaching others by example, not just by what she says. So Tamara, thanks so much for being on with me tonight. It's good to have you.
Thanks.
I know we've been anticipating this for a little bit, so I'm really glad that it's working out. I really want I want our audience to know you a little bit more. So I gave a brief overview of how I know you, but tell us a little bit about your family. Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you are tonight, that kind of thing.
Awesome. Well, I'm here in my home, which I'm grateful. We've been on the go all weekend. I have two daughters. One is a bonus child, which is amazing. And they're both in gymnastics. And so that keeps us busy. So we actually were at a meet all day yesterday and then came from a meet from today. So they are always busy, always on the go practicing. And so that's what we've been doing this weekend. And as you said, I am in the teaching field and I'm an administrator for online school. So it's fun to be here virtually because this is kind of where I'm comfortable. So I like to share with others, obviously in person, because this is where I spend most of my time. So I like to get out and about too.
For sure, for sure. And when you're not driving your kids from from activity to gymnastic thing, what is it that you and your husband enjoy doing?
We really like to go camping, get outdoors, just be outside together and adventurous. So yeah.
That's awesome. And I'm curious, what first attracted you to a healthy lifestyle with Young Living? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, our oldest was diagnosed with epilepsy when she was 6. And as we followed, the procedures of going to the doctors and such, she was given lots of medication, which helped her. But I started noticing, like, if she wasn't feeling very well or had a cough or just, was kind of under the weather, it was really painful for me to give her even more medication. Like, we had a regimen, but I didn't want to have to give her more. And I had talked to other gym moms and they're like, oh, we've introduced this into our lives and found, different things that have helped support our immune system. And so I'm like, tell me more. And so we would sit in the gym lobby and we would chat and I would learn. And so when I first got my premium starter kit, I was like jumped in both feet because I had watched and I had been learning and kind of standing back. And then once I was like, yes, let's do this, I just jumped right in. So
I love that. And was there a particular story that kind of convinced you, like, this is the right thing for us?
Well, there's so many, so it's kind of hard to choose one. But we used all of the oils in the premium starter kit like consistently, and it's so great because I love that the girls can just go to the shelf and just pick, like, okay, I feel like this is going to help me today. They ask some suggestions, but they've been empowered to grab something that they know will help them in whatever it is that they're feeling at the moment. So one that I had to kind of research a little bit more was Dreamcatcher. And I had kind of heard about this one. It was kind of like one of those, I don't know, you might say like unicorn type oils, like not quite sure, but I did get it using my Essential Rewards points. So I was like, okay, I have saved some of these. I like to bank my points. And so I had saved up some of the points, and I purchased Dreamcatcher because my littlest one was consistently waking up in the middle of the night crying with, you know, whatever dreams that she was having that she was 4 at the time and wasn't able to really explain them. But I knew, I was like, there's got to be something. We would put lavender in the diffuser, which helped soothe her to fall asleep, but it was probably at least 4 times a week she'd wake up. And so I'm like, well, it's worth a shot, right? Not going to hurt anything. So I put about 10 or 15 drops just in a roller bottle, and then every night consistently would rub it on the bottom of her feet. And I would say within like a 4-month span, she's woken up like twice. It was like complete game changer. Just knowing that she could sleep through the night and knowing that there wasn't whatever was bothering her and waking her up, it really helped alleviate that through the night. And there's been times where I may forget because, you know, forget, and she'll wake up. And so
wow.
we'll put on her. Yeah, it's been such a game changer in our home. It's been really amazing. So,
and there's so many other families that struggle with that too, where children especially wake up in the middle of the night uncertain of their surroundings. They've had nightmare or night terrors even. And sometimes I've even had, I had a child sleep here overnight one time who was sleepwalking, and so we were kind of worried that he was going to do that here. I ran oils in the diffuser, and there was no sleepwalking that night. His parents were in awe. They were like, what in the world? How did you make my kids sleep in one room for the whole night? It's like, there's oils in the diffuser. So just shifting up the atmosphere and the environment, it sounds like it's been awesome, and routine probably for your daughter as well. Did you dilute your in your roller the 10 to 15 drops?
I did, yep, because I'm frugal and I like to make sure that my oils last. I put just a carrier oil, V6 carrier oil in the roller bottle, and you can see it's probably time to refill, but it's really lasted us. And when I know there's been kind of a rough day or a lot of emotional things going on, I will also put it in her diffuser, just as an added little bonus. But it's definitely something that I love, that you can try new things with different people because they'll react a different way. My oldest, lavender in the diffuser, and she is out all night.
Yep.
So it's nice that we can try new things and things work for each.
So many options.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you've named a couple of things that make it really important for this particular interview to talk about for monthly orders. You talked about being frugal. You talked about saving your points. You talked about V6 oil as a carrier. These are all things that you have probably been introduced through Young Living's monthly ordering program. So tell me a little bit about that and what you love most about it.
So as I said, when I first got my starter kit, it was right away. I knew that I was going to be ordering, and I knew that I needed to get rid of certain things in my home and replace them. But I also, being frugal, was like, I'm not going to trash everything. I just bought whatever it was.
And $4.09. I can't believe how many people hold on to a $4 bottle of $4.09 for like months. But I get it. I also get it.
Yep. That was me, because I'm like, I can't just throw something away. Now, the only thing that we have is the Thieves Household Cleaner, but it took time to get there. But I knew every single month I wanted to order something to start switching out these products. And so obviously the first 3 months I was like, ooh, I get 10% back. That's so great. You know, Target, I got 5% back. And then once I jumped to being on Essential Rewards on the 4th month and it went to 20%, it was so ridiculous to see those points just start increasing, because then I start thinking, ooh, what can I buy? It's like, for me, it was like free money. And so I was looking at just things that are kind of always on my wish list, and that's what I've been using. But now I pretty much just get oils with my points, and each month that I'm ordering on Essential Rewards, it's either supplements or, you know, things that I would usually buy at the grocery store. So it's been nice to just have that as like adding to my oil collection, whereas every month I'm getting my supplements or my cleaners or my toothpaste. So
yeah. And isn't it, my ER processed yesterday on the first of the month, and I'm like waiting with bated breath, like it should be here in the next couple of days. And I'm super excited because at the end of my month or the beginning of my month, I'm like, okay, where's my stuff? I need to replace this. I'm ready to replenish that. So how cool that you found value in that too. And after 2 years, you know, your percentage goes up to 25%. And I just can't get that kind of savings anywhere else. So I love that you reiterated that as well. Do you try to hit a certain promo level? I know Young Living has certain Young Living tiers of promos. Do you watch those to see what comes out when and how?
I totally watch those because, funny story, I have Gentle Baby in my cart as one of my oils that I was going to purchase because, like I said, I don't purchase oils often, but I then saw that it's for the 300 PV. So I'm like, oh, well, now I'll get something else. And I will add 1 or 2 more things in there to get that for free. So I do watch that. And I'm super excited that this month it's Valor because that has been one of our huge go-to oils in this house with lots of girls and getting out and being brave and strong and confident. So
That's so true.
That around the gym meets too.
Well, and I'm really glad you're sharing that because I think a lot of people that watch this may not be members, and they might need to hear that Valor is something that they can also get this month for signing up with Young Living and jumping on Essential Rewards, and how awesome that oil is for, like you said, a little extra courage, a little extra oomph in confidence, especially for your gymnast girls. Do you find that you put that on them in the before competitions? Like, tell me a story about that.
Yep. So before meets for sure, and then also if they're having maybe a struggle at practice, they'll walk through the lobby, to go get water or whatever, and they'll just come over, and I can swipe them on the back of their necks, and then some of the other gymnasts are like, "I want some of that." So one of my
love it.
teammate was like, "Mom, Tamara gave me some good luck on my neck." And so he was like, "I don't know what that is." And so obviously I explained it to her and she was like, "Oh, great." So
that's so great. And to be able to do that with just a little swipe of a really nice smelling oil, and just to also give our body support with that as well. It's super great for the skeletal system. Just that confidence is huge. I also know new members this month are getting a bottle of lavender lotion. So very exciting to start with Young Living in the month of March, because you get both of those things for free just for setting up your Essential Rewards order. And like Tamara showed the value of that, it just makes sense when you're starting a new health journey to practice better health assurance rather than just rely on health insurance for yourself and your family. Tamara, thank you so much for your insights tonight and your wisdom as a mama who is really doing the best by her kids and really paying attention to what is important for them, even at the frugal levels and at the abundant levels too. I think it's a hand-in-hand kind of scenario, and I'm really glad that you were honest and open about that tonight. So thank you. And my apologies. I will call you Principal Renier now for the rest, or Administrator. No, I'm just kidding. But but I do love that the online sector of education, plus the in-person school opportunities we have really connected us as a team with Living Well Now. I feel like there's a lot of teachers who are looking for something to do with the side hustle, to earn extra money for the summer, to really make some differences in the day-to-day or month-to-month kinds of experiences. So really proud of you taking this leap and sharing with others about Young Living and also the business. So thank you thanks for sharing tonight. Appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you.
Good. And I know that if you're watching this on the Living Well Now page, give a shout out below, share it with a friend. We love to get the story out about who we are and what we're about. This is our last night to purchase Ignite tickets with a discount. So please check our other posts for more information about that. Tamara was an awesome participant this year, and I know she's got Thousandaire Insight. Young Living brought out some great information about the comp plan today. So stay tuned for a lot more information coming on that in the future. But thank you again, Tamara, so much.
Thank you.